Talk about it, talk about it, talk about it. About to get fucking copyrighted. Alright, so we're gonna be watching this.
Welcome back to Disturbed Reality. The fascination with online gore is a complex and disturbing phenomenon that underscores the darker aspects of human curiosity. In the age of the internet, where information is readily accessible, individuals may find themselves drawn to the morbid and macabre. The allure of online gore often...
Yo, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hold up. Alright.
Stems from a combination of factors,
Sure
including a desire for shock value, the pursuit of an adrenaline rush, or more so, curiosity about the fragility of life. The
fuck up these hoes, come better fuck these bitches up.
Individuals to explore content that would be considered taboo.
I covered them in barbecue. My homie made them for me.
However,
we
it is
burnt some of them though.
To recognize the ethical implications and potential psychological harm associated with such fascination, as indulging in extreme and explicit content can desensitize individuals to real-world violence and contribute to a desensitized society. Without doubt, ever since starting the channel, the most reoccurring question I get is, what is the worst video that you've seen, or what are the worst videos online? Today, we discuss 5 videos in which I consider to be some of the worst on the internet. So please bear in mind, this is not a ranking video, and any video that I have covered on this channel is absolutely terrible, and I certainly would not recommend watching any of them. All entries in this video are included not necessarily on brutality alone, but how they made me feel upon watching them. There may
how
be
they
a
made me
part
feel
of this video
about watching them. Shut your bitch ass up, cuh.
But nevertheless,
with your ink head ass, boy.
5 of the most gruesome.
Damn, my shawty fine as hell. Why is she so fine?
Number 1, Miss Pac-Man.
Jorge has always put the ones he loves first, but when it comes to caring for his teeth, he's let his own maintenance take a back seat.
You should love yourself all the time. You fine as hell. Look at her. Look at my
Aspen
shawty.
Dental
She fine
has
as
the latest
fuck.
technology and equipment with a staff that goes out of their way to provide exceptional care, plus free exams and X-rays
my
for new
wifey
patients without
fucking
insurance,
fine.
and 20% off treatment plans.
Anyways.
Making it easier to get started.
I gotta
with
skip the
quality
ad,
care.
bro. My bad.
The infamous video.
I'm trying to post this on my social media so I can
details the final
start fucking up the ribs.
Of a Guatemalan woman named Alejandra Eco Chubb. Alejandra,
if y'all want to watch something else, let me know. Put down some recommendations.
Who was involved in an abusive relationship with her partner, Mario Osvaldo Turtical. Mario was said to be an abusive alcoholic who would frequently beat and abuse Alejandra, so much so that allegedly her neighbours and the local community knew about the abuse. Though, despite this, nothing was done in order to help Alejandra escaping her tragic situation.
I'm trying to eat the ribs, gang. I was just posting it on my story. Chill.
29th of October,
Got the knife.
2018,
Got the good knife.
Alejandra in a brutal and savage attack. The
I don't know.
population of the
I
village
put
of
barbecue
San
on them
Miguel was
hoes,
alerted
cuz.
because they heard screams coming from the house where the young woman and Mario lived. Neighbours rushed to the house, and some described the incident as horrendous and despicable. They said nothing like this had ever happened in the community, which was known for its tranquility. Villagers who rushed to the scene saw Alejandra with truly horrific injuries. In addition, she had both of her hands cut off. Villagers documented the incident with cell phones, and footage soon went viral on social media. The brutal events caused complete commotion in the area. Mario Turtical fled and was eventually arrested on the 31st of October 2018 in the village of La Muñeca in Playa Grande. His goal was to escape to Mexico. Mario was actually initially caught by villagers who tried to lynch him, and he confessed that he had committed the murder of his wife.
Appreciate it for joining.
That she had been unfaithful.
I'm fucking up some ribs right now that my homie Anthony made, and we burnt the other shit, but that's a story time for tomorrow or for another day.
With Alejandra, with whom he had no family.
Hear the ribs.
She was the mother of 3 children, who she had with a previous
Hear the ribs.
partner.
Oh fuck!
The so-called Miss Pac-Man video is incredibly
good as
graphic,
hell.
harrowing,
I
and
covered
is
them in
complete
barbecue.
and utter nightmare fuel.
Start
The
fucking them
video is
bitches
short,
up.
at only 1 minute and 30 seconds in length, and it shows the aftermath of the brutal attack that she suffered just moments earlier.
Man, boy, this shit boring as hell.
As you play the video, the person filming, who is a local villager, is panning the camera down, focusing.
Vives acostado al lado de un cuerpo, ves cómo matan a la gente, pruebas la carne humana,
What the fuck?
vives el terror.
Tú ya sabes con quién traes la bronca. Para que sepas, aquí seguimos buscando.
Man, I drenched these hoes in barbecue.
Relaja tu gente a la verga, soy mencho. Relaja tus partidas, si no te voy a partir tu madre, tienes toda tu bola de perros. Te tengo identificado 30 güeyes. Hasta tus perros te voy a matar si no te relajas, güey.
If this is how El Mencho speaks to police officers, imagine how he treats anyone who betrayed him. The problem is, psychopathic drug lords like El Mencho see anything as betrayal.
If El Mencho wants you to work for him, you have 2 options. Say yes or be killed.
Yeah, even refusing to work for him is seen as betrayal. The fate some people suffered at the hands of El Mencho are worse than death. The final days of their lives were filled with immeasurable agony. The manner of their demise was sickening, and the details of how they died will make your stomach turn. In fact,
Got my
it's safe
ass
to
stuck
say
in my
when death
fucking
eventually
fingers,
came for
bro.
these men, it was an act of mercy. And if that's not brutal enough, El Mencho's hitmen have a nasty habit of posting these murders online. Let's explore the horrifying ways El Mencho's enemies were murdered online.
Fuck you. I'll watch it later.
Carlos Enrique Sanchez Martinez,
The brownies.
otherwise known as El Cholo, was the leader of the Nueve Plaza
brownies,
cartel.
not the
Indeed,
brownies.
Mexico is home to numerous cartels, some smaller than others, all of them fighting over territory and smuggling routes. And if you're a small kingpin struggling against giants like El Chapo or El Mencho, your fate is pretty much sealed. In the case of El Cholo, it was even worse. He'd once been friends with El Mencho. His cartel was seen as a direct insult to the notorious drug lord. To understand why El Mencho was so angry at El Cholo, I must paint the whole picture for you guys. In short, El Mencho is the devil, plain and simple.
Tú ya sabes con quién traes la bronca. Para que sepas, aquí seguimos buscándote y no quitaremos el dedo del reloj.
Since the CJNG was formed in 2009, violence in Mexico has skyrocketed. They created a huge paramilitary army full of young, violent, psychotic killers. They equipped themselves with military weapons, including tanks and drones.
The Jalisco New Generation cartel took the fight to the next level, shooting down a military helicopter with a rocket-propelled grenade.
Tonight, the DEA is offering $10 million for information leading to the arrest of the Mexican drug kingpin known as El Mencho.
And they glorified violence for the sake of violence. Go ask anyone who runs the most brutal cartel. No, who runs the most brutal criminal organization in the world. They will point to El Mencho and his CJNG. Under his guidance, the organization has committed crimes that would make the skin of ISIS terrorists crawl. Because it's not so much what crimes they commit, it's how they commit these crimes. Kidnappings, extortion, and beatings have become a norm in a huge area of Mexico simply because the CJNG leader, El Mencho, fancies it.
Vives acostado al lado de un cuerpo, ves cómo matan a la gente, pruebas la carne humana, vives el terror.
El Mencho is nothing short of a monster, and unfortunately, he's found many men like him, happy to inflict unimaginable pain on other people.
Technical
for their sick
difficulties?
pleasure. Yeah, it's not about money anymore. It's about sending a simple message. You do not mess with the CJNG. Fear is their currency. They occupy territories by throwing grenades and forcing people to abandon their hometowns.
You watching the stream? We're watching cartel things. Why not to fuck with the cartel? Chill, I don't want you
Now they're
shooting on my
even targeting
fucking
the
live
government
stream.
itself with nothing less than rocket-propelled grenades. The end goal? Power.
They create these chaos to
Alright,
go
hold on.
and
I'm
sit
on my
with the
couch back
local
so y'all can
politicians
see
and
me
say like,
fucking
okay,
up
do you
the
want
ribs.
more or shall we negotiate it?
Needless to say, the DEA is very interested in putting an end to the CJNG, along with the overwhelmed Mexican government.
Oh, that's why I
DEA has seen the
forgot.
number of investigations against CJNG more than double over the last couple of years.
However, El Mincho doesn't seem to care. According to a rumor, they once tried to buy belt-fed M60 machine guns in the US. Side note, if this sounds impressive or badass to you, it shouldn't. There's nothing cool about torturing, killing, and intimidating people into submission. El Cholo's death story should be enough to knock the taste out of your mouth. El Cholo met El Mincho while they both worked for the Millennial Cartel in the 2000s. Their boss was Armando Valencia Cornelio, aka El Maradona. When El Maradona was arrested, El Mincho worked hard to keep the cartel together. During this time, El Cholo was his right-hand man. Within a year, El Mincho, a former cop with military knowledge, reorganized the Millennial Cartel into the CJNG, Cartel Jalisco Nueva Generacion. This was going to be his brutal empire. El Mincho quickly became a dictatorial figure who didn't stand to hear no or even accept diverging ideas from a fellow CJNG member. Eventually, this led to a rivalry with El Cholo. You see, El Cholo was used to being El Mincho's most trusted man. He gave him advice and helped him whenever he needed an extra hand. Now, Mincho wanted to be the king of the world and rule with an iron fist. His inflated ego didn't allow friends around him anymore. So when El Cholo came to him with ideas for the CJNG, El Mincho hated this. He saw El Cholo as arrogant and not falling in line. Of course, El Cholo began resenting El Mincho for it. Why should he be a simple foot soldier all of a sudden? Sadly, El Cholo didn't realize just how far Mincho was willing to go to secure his position of power. El Cholo began carrying out assassinations without El Mincho's green light, but someone got word of this and decided to rat him out. The CJNG's financial operator, Marcos Hernandez, told El Mincho about this. Yeah, I forgot to mention, cartels are a dog-eat-dog world. Many times, narcos kill fellow narcos by snitching on them. This way, they're hoping to climb the cartel pyramid and become the kingpin's trusted servants. After hearing about the incident, El Cholo could have gone to El Mincho and asked for forgiveness, but he was even more furious. He killed Marcos Hernandez in broad daylight in his car. At this point, it was too late to repair whatever friendship was left between the two. El Mincho declared war on El Cholo. This is when El Cholo split from the CJNG and formed his smaller cartel, Nueva Plaza. He also took CJNG's head of logistics with him, Eric Valencia Salazar, aka L85. So you see, the very existence of the Nueva Plaza cartel was an insult to El Mincho. Infuriated, El Mincho ordered a hit on El Cholo, but El Cholo knew his former boss quite well, which means he also knew the people he would send and how he would organize the ambush. The hit was a huge blow. It ended with El Cholo killing the leader of the hit squad. Then, El Cholo formed an alliance with the mighty Sinaloa cartel. Now they had the manpower and proper weapons to pose a real threat to CJNG. This was happening in 2017 when the murder rate in Mexico reached its historic peak, over 31,000 people. The huge rise in murder rates in the 2010s was all thanks to the CJNG, and the war declared on pretty much everyone else. The CJNG kidnapped and killed university students, confusing them with El Cholo's people. They set fire to public buses, blocked roads, and shot anyone they thought was a sicario. El Cholo fought back confidently, believing that the Sinaloa cartel had his back, so nothing could go wrong. Well, it did. In March 2021, the CJNG located and kidnapped El Cholo. First, they filmed him, asking him to talk about all the ways he had wronged CJNG. In his confession, he didn't implicate the Sinaloa cartel. He implicated the Mexico City police chief at the time, though. I'm here because I'm an enemy of CJNG. I met with Omar Garcia Harfuch in the federal district so he could give me his back. This is due to us being after the CJNG, and he did give me his full support. Talking to the police was a huge betrayal in the eyes of the CJNG. Omar Harfuch later denied El Cholo's claim that they never collaborated. Regarding a video in which a criminal kidnapped by other criminals refers to comments about me, I reiterate that we will not be distracted by false messages from criminals. My commitment to the society is firm, to fight crime to the last consequences. At the end of his confession, El Cholo addressed all those watching the video, urging anyone still supporting him to stop doing so and focus on their families so they wouldn't meet the same end as he was about to. Poor El Cholo knew what was coming for him, and he knew there was no escape. Of course, a quick bullet to the head would have been merciful, but the CJNG weren't going to do this. Instead, they kept him alive for days, inches away from death, and in excruciating pain. The CJNG filmed everything, including El Cholo's last hours alive. El Mincho sicarios shattered his legs into 1,000,000 pieces, cut off his toes, and broke his ribs. He was electrocuted, and his tongue was removed. Before or after his death, his eyes were gouged out too. It's safe to say El Cholo was begging for his death. All 48 hours he spent at CJNG's chamber. On March 18th, this is the gruesome sight the authorities found on a bench in Yarien Hidalgo, in a Jalisco tourist center. It was a body wrapped in plastic with 2 signs stuck to it using knives. One read, "The traitor El Cholo." On the same day, CJNG released an awful video showing his last days. The CJNG was once again delivering its main message. Everyone should fear them. So how did the Sinaloa cartel respond? They said nothing, did nothing. Okay, what about his cartel, Nueva Cartel, and El Cholo's buddy Salazar? Same, said nothing, did nothing. El Mencho had promised everyone who betrayed him that he would send a message. El Cholo's death was received by everyone. Hand-delivered, unmistakable, clear as day. Since then, no one has dared to cross El Mencho like El Cholo did. El Mencho did something that no previous cartel had done. He didn't make his rivals disappear. The Sinaloa cartel, for example, had a man called El Pozalero, or the Soup Master, who dissolved the dead bodies in acid and threw the remains in the desert. Of course, this meant it was murder for the police to find and identify the bodies. And as gruesome as the Soup Master may sound, this method is nothing compared to El Mencho's method. Dissolving bodies in acid was clean in comparison to what the CJNG does. El Mencho didn't care about privacy or avoiding the police. His cartel left heads of their victims on the streets for people to see what happens if they betray the cartel. Bodies were strung up from bridges with banners saying hello to rival cartels and urging people not to join them. Imagine seeing this on your way to school. Who wouldn't be scarred for life by a sight like this? And thanks to the internet, the CJNG doesn't just leave bodies on the street of Mexico. They film their tortures and proudly post them online for people around the globe to feel the panic and fear they instill in their country.
Nombre? Eric Gámez García. Nombre? Bernardo Gámez Castro.
These two men were uncle and nephew, working for the Sinaloa cartel in the 2010s. But don't imagine they were ruthless killers or kingpin wannabes. Felix was tasked with carrying messages for El Cholo, while he was the Nueva Plaza cartel boss. His uncle Barnabas had done even less. He was a simple errand boy, doing pickups and trying to retrieve confiscated narcotics from the police. During his confession to the CJNG, he said he was also barely getting paid for his jobs.
Con ellos. Pues la verdad, pues, eso fue lo que pasó en la trayectoria que yo trabajé con ellos. Me pagaban muy poco, no me pagaban mucho. La última vez que fui, me dieron 300 pesos.
300 pesos is about $15 or 10 pounds. Barnabas risked his freedom, his life, and the lives of his family for $15 errands. Was he so financially stressed that he saw no other option but to work for the cartel? Or was he unaware of its danger when his nephew roped him in? Toward the end of his confession, Barnabas also said his and his nephew's lives were now completely worthless just because they chose to mingle with the wrong people. Barnabas was decapitated in front of his nephew, his lifeless body falling on Felix as he tried not to watch. Finally, Felix sneaked a peek at Barnabas's bloody corpse. It's heart-wrenching to think that this was the last thing he saw right before his own terrifying death. Felix was considered an even bigger traitor, so he was slowly digging with a machete, slowly taking away his head while he struggled for 2 long minutes. The Sicarios proudly held their heads and showed them to the camera, warning anyone watching not to mess with their cartel. Before we go any further, I must mention this. Please don't go looking for the actual video of the murders. It's a truly gruesome thing to see, and no good can ever come out of it. Sadly, there are many videos like this on the dark web, many of them uploaded by the CJNG. Many YouTube users have commented about being deeply traumatized by watching these sorts of videos. I remember watching this video as a child on an easily accessible website. I truly believe my ignorance and freedom as a child watching stuff like this is the reason for some of my problems and desensitized mind. This was the first video I ever saw. For weeks I struggled to sleep at night. I'd hear the sounds of gurgling noises replay in my head. Sometimes you forget that humans can be the scariest monsters that exist in real life. I had a friend that watched these kinds of videos with real monsters or accidents, and after a while I noticed a big change in him. I believe it killed a part of his soul and he's super desensitized. Lesson to take from this: don't desensitize yourself with this kind of real life violence. Felix and Barnabas's gruesome deaths came around the same time the CJNG's war against El Cholo, but the CJNG had been posting torture videos online for a long time. One of the most infamous examples is the case we've recently covered, the Quiero Agua video. In this video, an army of clowns, yes, clowns, skin a man alive, then taunt him for wanting water. It makes your stomach turn just to think that something this vile can happen to a living being, let alone that there are people deriving pleasure from doing this to someone. This is the only translation appeared online.
Agua? Dime recio. Que me digas con la boca. ¿Sí? ¿Quieres agua? ¿Sí o no? ¿Sí o no? ¿Quién soy?
As if it matters who Morales is or his other clowns are. How fragile does your ego have to be to demand recognition from a dying man? As it turns out, these are the hitmen El Mencho recruits. Violent, psychopathic men desensitized to violence from a young age are perfect to conduct Mincho's brutal affairs. They fall in line and up to the CJ&G's violent ante until the government just lets them do whatever they want. The chief clown in question was a horrible man by the name of Fabian Urbino Morales. He was once known as El Payaso, which literally translates as the clown. What's even creepier is he actually worked as a circus clown before joining the cartel world. Once he did join the Los Metros cartel, however, he proved so violent he would even shock his own fellow sicarios. That's when El Mincho noticed him. In this place, Mincho and his people recruited them. When they saw the way they executed their rivals, they burned them in gasoline drums. El Payaso had his own henchmen, all wearing these horrific clown masks, and they would burn people alive on a daily basis. Then, they would laugh at them. If that's not pure evil, I don't know what is. But instead of running away from this horror show, El Mincho was inspired. He thought Morales would make a great chief assassin. El Payaso was thankfully arrested in 2019, and so were most of his evil clowns. But their gut-wrenching videos remained online for a long time. Another horrific case is the one of the Los Viagras man, discovered on camera by El Mincho's hitmen. Los Viagras started out as a self-defense force in 2014 after Michoacan former security commissioner Alfredo Castillo Carvantes asked him to assist in efforts to arrest the leader of the Knights Templar cartel. When authorities tried to dissolve the group, Los Viagras took control of the municipal presidency. A shootout ensued to evict them, and 10 civilians lost their lives in the process. Since then, Los Viagras has slowly expanded in the Michoacan region, and the center of their game is the meth trade. This puts them at great odds with the CJ&G, who also smuggle meth in the same region. Also, El Mincho was born and raised in Michoacan, so this was personal. For almost a decade, CJ&G and Los Viagras have been fighting to the death over territory, and some of these fights end up in the most brutal way imaginable. One day, Mincho's men caught a Los Viagras member and decided to make an example out of him. The video begins with a Los Viagras member chained by the neck. He's held in a torture chamber by 2 CJ&G sicarios, both wearing masks and combat vests, and armed to their teeth. One of the men talks to the camera and says, "I send my regards to all of you who keep acting out, especially you, Gordo and Chava. Look at how I got your people. Look at them. Is this what you want? You do know him, yes? You better step up your game." By Gordo, he was referring to the Los Viagras kingpin, Nicolas Sierra Santana, aka El Gordo. As he says these, the victim is heard in the background, whispering and pleading for his life. But by then, he probably knew there was no chance he was getting out alive. It's more likely he was pleading for a quick death, but that wasn't going to happen either. As soon as a CJ&G sicario stopped talking, he took out a large hunting knife and cut off the man's left leg at the knee. Then he beat the man with his own leg and mocked him for claiming to be tough before. As the poor man cried and begged for him to stop, Sicario replied, "What do you mean no more? This one's for you, Chava, just so you can see how I have your people. Look how I have them." Within a few seconds, the second leg came off. As he put his victim with it, the man laughed on camera, urging El Chava to keep sending his men to Nueva Italia, a restaurant where they found and kidnapped this victim. In the same manner, the sicario proceeds to remove both the man's arms, all while laughing, mocking him for being part of Los Viagras and threatening the cartels as bosses. It's safe to say the man died shortly after that, but sickeningly, he was conscious right until the end. The video ends with a bit that the sicarios filmed before killing their victim. The man is shown still fully clothed, talking about his regrets about joining Los Viagras. He says that the Los Viagras cartel is nothing and praises the CJ&G. Of course, he was forced to say this. Honestly, how many evil psychopaths are out there? El Mincho seems to recruit them all. Luckily, most of us can steer clear of such videos by simply not searching for them. But there are people in Mexico who can't escape the true nature of the CJ&G murders.
Y les digo a mis hijos, levántense, les digo, porque quién sabe qué está pasando en la calle. Digo, vístanse y nos salimos. Y todo empezó a tronar, ya no había luz, todo empezó a tronar, tanques, camionetas. Pero sí, ahí perdí a mis niños y a mí.
While the CJ&G and Sinaloa cartels fight over territory, thousands of people lose their lives or their loved ones.
Cartel de Jalisco Nueva Generación, CJ&G, is the single criminal organization most responsible for these deaths on both sides of the border.
Our list continues with a very sad story. Its bottom line, sadly, El Mincho finds betrayal even in the smallest jokes. Sometimes innocent people and even children pay the price for it. Such is the story of Juan Luis Lagunas Rosales, known online as El Pirata de Culiacan, or the Pirate of Culiacan. Juan was born in 2000, and by the time he was 17, he was Culiacan's greatest sensation. Only 17 years old, he had over 1 million followers on Facebook and more than 300,000 on Instagram. For many teens around the world, this is a dream come true, but there's a pretty dark reason behind his sudden fame. Juan had had a tough upbringing. His father had abandoned the family before he was even born, and his mother left him in the care of his grandmother. When he was 15, he dropped out of school and ran away to Culiacan. He had a job as a car cleaner, and in his spare time, he would go out and drink enormous amounts of alcohol. Around this time, someone filmed him drinking a whole bottle of vodka. Juan passed out on camera, but this didn't bother him. In fact, he decided to make a thing out of it. His popularity online quickly snowballed, and his newfound fame earned him invitations to more and more parties. Soon, he began drinking compulsively, chugging down quantities that are abnormal even for the most seasoned adult drinkers. He would post videos on social media showing him chugging beer and bottles of whiskey, sometimes getting so drunk he would pass out. These videos quickly went viral. Teenagers were amused by his party animal attitude, and people around the world were oddly fascinated by how a baby-faced teen could drink so much. This was wrong on many levels, but you know how we tend to be fascinated by taboo or macabre content? Well, the Pirate of Culiacan was one such divisive sensation. Juan's social media stardom even earned him spots in music videos and at VIP events. And to look older, he tattooed his arms, grew a beard on his face, and photographed himself with guns, naked women, and luxury cars. It was pretty sad, to be honest, that people encouraged him to continue this behavior online. The more followers he got, the more they demanded to see him drink and do stupid things. One tiny stupid thing would ultimately lead to his death. In the summer of 2017, Juan was arrested for underage drinking, but he was soon released, and the incident only made him more famous. He appeared in an interview discussing his tough childhood and early drinking problem. He confessed that his true passion was music, and he said he was hoping to curb his alcohol addiction in order to sign a contract with a record label and pursue his artistic career. But even though the show's host encouraged him to do so and wished him many happy years, Juan didn't take the advice seriously. In late 2017, while once again drunk, the Pirate of Culiacan posted a video of himself making silly jokes. That's when he announced, for any amused teenager watching, this was nothing but an innocent drunk joke. But kingpins have fragile egos and dictatorial personalities. If one thing is known, it's that you better steer clear of attacking their image. In the case of El Mencho, this couldn't be more true. Someone once said about El Mencho, this is a guy who will execute your whole family based on not much more than a rumor. He just has zero regard for human life. Sadly, El Mencho soon heard about this video. Unsurprisingly, he decided this was betrayal and gave Juan a death sentence. On December 17th, Juan made the mistake of posting on social media where he would be that night, inviting his followers to meet him at one of his favorite bars in Jalisco. At 11 p.m., 4 armed men entered the bar and shot him at least 15 times. His face was completely disfigured. The authorities could only identify him for his tattoos. A bartender was also killed that night after one of the bullets meant for Juan hit him. He died a few hours later in the hospital. In a sad, ironic twist, the Pirate of Culiacan found even more fame in death, but his death was as divisive as his social media stardom. Some people said anyone should know better than to drink excessively and curse violent kingpins. An article stated he opted to make a career as a broke toy of cyberspace, a path he curved out drink by drink and left him with enemies of flesh and blood. Others pity Juan for being caught at the wrong place at the wrong time. They see him as a victim of modern day times, where many teenagers dream of stardom for stardom's sake, not having any real talent to show to the world, and being willing to do just about anything to get likes or followers. And of course, nobody expects a 17-year-old to know everything. So even though Juan lived in Mexico, he might not have been aware that El Mencho would go this far to punish someone for a simple online joke. Once again, the CJNG spread this terrible message. This is what happens to betrayers. Then there was a weird plot twist. Another teenager posted a video insulting El Mencho.
Mira bien, hijo de tu puta madre. A mí me pega la verga el Mencho. Aquí nomás se los digo puro 420. Yo no me duermo como el pirata o el chanito de Culiacán. Yo soy inmortal, yo soy intocable y yo soy pato con el diablo, cabrón. Así que si no sabes de mí, de existencia, yo te vine a mandar fuego, Mencho.
It's unclear what made him do this, or the next thing.
No me da miedo decir esto, cabrón. Yo lo digo fuera en cámaras o aquí, cabrón. Así que ni me la madre del Mencho.
Yeah, no one should be scared to say anything. Having an opinion should not warrant a death sentence, especially when it comes to high, silly teens. By nothing short of a miracle, though, this teen decided to film himself again and publicly apologize to El Mencho.
Para el señor Mencho, pido disculpas, lo que dije no estaba bien, no estaba consciente de lo que estaba diciendo, estaba mal. Ese día amanecí bien pendejo. No me di las consecuencias.
In his apology video, this teen tells a big truth.
Me dejé llevar por los seguidores y pido disculpas, se te quiere, a ti, a tu familia. Y Mencho, no me mates, cabrón. Yo tengo familia así como usted. Y pido mis disculpas.
Exactly. He did it for the followers. So did the Pirate of Culiacan. These are young, innocent kids caught in a world where social media encourages reckless behavior. The more extreme you are on camera, the more likes you'll get. On the rough streets of Mexico, you're stuck between a rock and a hard place. Cursed notorious drug lords. You might end up famous, or you might end up dead. Hey, thanks for watching. What do you think about El Mencho's methods? Can cartels get any worse? And is there any hope to bring the violence to a halt? Let me know your thoughts in a comment down below. And before you go, make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that bell button. See you next time.
Damn, this shit good as fuck.
You want to be great? You need to sacrifice.
Do you see that?
This is crazy. It's called a BlackBerry. This will change the world.
You're my pal, Samuel Spade.
What a tough guy you once were.
This really is the end of the world.
You die. I'm gonna spit it out.
Sound good?
Awesome!
My bad, my bad.
Hey everybody, DJ here. As an investor in Acorns, which is a saving and investing app, I'm excited to be partnering with them to launch the first ever Mighty Oak debit card, which helps you automatically save and invest while you spend or get paid. As you know, an acorn like this doesn't grow into a tree overnight. It grows little by little every single day to become the mightiest tree in the forest. Well, the same goes for your saving and investing for your future.
Salud.
You save a little here, you invest a little there. And with the power of time, our small investments have the chance to grow into something much mightier. And that's what the Mighty Oak debit card and Acorns make possible. While
What y'all wanna watch?
It was especially shocking for an 18-year-old girl to be brutally murdered.
You're either dealing with a sick son of a bitch or somebody trying to dispose of some evidence.
Was I obsessed? Absolutely I was.
Some World War I mysteries, bro. I was watching this shit last night, no cap. I was watching the World War II one.
Today, November 11, 2023,
Damn, I got
marks
6
the
views.
105th anniversary of the end of World War I.
Farting ribs? Nah, fucking up some ribs, gang. You just pulled up as soon as I finished them hoes.
The
Look,
first real modern war, and saw
I
the
fucked them
introduction of
hoes
modern
up,
weapons
gang.
such as automatic gunfire, airplanes, and tanks. But with any war,
I'll suck on the bone if you want me to.
for that matter, it brings on a host of strange and obscure stories, from tales of battalions disappearing to the most brutal of battles to giant sea monsters that attack the
Nah,
submarine.
chill.
These mysteries and obscurities have been sorted into an iceberg chart, a way of organizing information where at the top, it's topics that everyone knows, but as you go further down, they become more obscure. Before we begin, I just have to give a massive thank you for 10,000 subscribers. That number is crazy to me, and it's only going up, but it can always go up faster.
Damn, gang,
am I
only got
right?
200.
Make sure you're subscribed if you want to see more videos like
Sucking
this.
is crazy?
But
No
enough
cap, that's all
sadness.
you
Let's
gotta
talk
do.
about the war that
That's all you
ended
be
all
doing, not
wars.
happening. You be sucking dick. Doing that gay shit over there on the other side of the country, other side of the world.
America was very late to the party when it came to World War I. We officially joined the war effort on April 4th, 1917, and the war ended just over a year later. The American populace saw the war as nothing more than a European squabble, and we figured it'd be best to leave it and to mind our own business. This all changed with two major developments: the sinking of the Lusitania and the Zimmermann Telegram. The Zimmermann Telegram was a secret diplomatic note sent from the German Empire to the nation of Mexico in 1917. This was a proposal that if the United States were to enter the war against Germany, Mexico would attack their northern neighbor, and they would receive Texas, Arizona, and New Mexico once the war was over. The Zimmermann Telegram was written by Arthur Zimmermann, who was the German State Secretary for Foreign Affairs. He confirmed its validity on March 3rd, after British intelligence intercepted and translated it. Mexico never attempted an invasion, but they sure thought about it. But they backed off once they realized
Fuck
how
you saying that
stupid
because
of
you
an
white?
idea it would have been. President Venustiano Carranza had some of his generals assess the possibility of invading America, and they deemed it an unwinnable battle. You see, at this point, Mexico was going through a civil war, and even if every soldier in the nation would have been loyal to Carranza, they still stood no chance against America, who would join the war against Germany a month later.
These ribs got me moaning.
This is probably the most famous story when it comes to strange or interesting history, and it's the story of the Christmas
What?
truce in
I don't
1914.
suck
The story
toes,
begins
bro.
on
That's
Christmas Eve on the
Jathan.
western front of the war.
Jathan loves to
At
suck
about 10
toes.
p.m., British soldiers heard the sound of singing coming from
Exactly.
far away, and soon enough, they joined in.
Nah.
Then what happened next caused this story
I
to break
never
down
sucked
into
toes in
history
my
books.
life.
Soldiers from both
Nunca.
sides began to poke their heads
You got
up,
me
and
fucked
soon
up.
enough, they were climbing up and greeting one another. Soldiers from two opposite warring nations began to greet one another to call a temporary ceasefire for the holiday. They sang carols and they played soccer matches together, and some lit Christmas trees in their trenches, and they all
Not
helped
even
one
if you
another
offered
bury
me
their
money.
past comrades. Eventually, Christmas Day was over.
Jonathan, you
but it
look like
took
the type
soldiers
of...
on each side a few days to
You be
resume
sucking
fighting.
toes, not me. Bay.
Grigory Rasputin was a Russian mythic who is best well known for his strange death. He was a close friend and advisor to Tsar Nicholas II and his family. Rasputin was
That's
born
what I
in a
said
small
about
Siberian
sucking dick
village
too,
in
and look where we at.
1869. From a young age, he had a
gay as
fascination with
hell,
mysticism
dog.
and religion. And
You
in
gay as
1903,
hell.
he traveled to St. Petersburg and met
Let me
Nicholas
show
II
you
and
the
his
brownies me
wife,
and Jathan made. Oh
Alexander
wait, we made a stream on
Fedorovna.
that.
He began acting as their personal faith healer and helped their son Alexei recover from
Oh, fuck.
hemophilia. Rasputin's power and influence peaked in 1915. Once Nicholas left St.
Excuse
Petersburg to oversee the Russian army. In his
Look,
absence,
bro, you got
Rasputin
the-
and Alexander consolidated their influence across the Russian Empire. However,
Which ones are the
as
purple
Russian
ones again?
military defeats mounted on the Eastern Front, both figures became
Bay.
increasingly unpopular. On the evening of December 29, 1916, Rasputin
Damn, I
was
think
invited
she
to a
died.
dinner by Prince Felix Yusupov. He gave the mystic
Which
man
ones are the
2 cakes
purple
and
ones
several
again? How do you
glasses of
say
wine,
it?
all poisoned with cyanide. But Rasputin didn't
Waukesha?
seem to care,
Waukesha?
and he in fact asked for more. Stop and think about that
Waukesha
for a second.
brownies.
This dude who claimed
Bro,
to
I'm
be
about to get a
holy man
fucking
of
cramp
God
on my
with the
toes,
power to
bro.
heal, just
I don't know
had
how
enough
that's
cyanide to
possible,
kill
but I
12
feel it
people,
coming
and he was
in.
asking you for more. Felix
The
took
goddamn
Mr.
moon
Priest,
rock.
shooting him 3 times
The
in
moon
chest,
rock.
and then dumping his body in a frozen lake. After a few days,
Damn,
his
that
body was
whole
found, and it
fat.
was determined that the gunshots had killed him,
What?
not the cyanide.
Chicken butt.
Better designs make more profit when it comes to print on demand. You can make pro quality designs without any technical skills or software. All you need
Chill on me, cuh. I said not happening loves to suck dick. Like 5 or 6, I think. Oh shit, isn't that? Damn, bro, I'm about to get a fucking cramp. Yo, not happening. Come suck on my toes, bro. I'm about to get a cramp on my toes. Oh, hold up. Hold up. I'm gonna text Jathan to come suck on my toes.
But was sent to Spawn by Gavrilo Princip, a Bosnian nationalist.
Oh
However,
God, he
the
would.
events leading up to this weren't exactly a straight line, and he almost survived the day due to the suspect's incompetency.
Jay.
On June 28,
Come
1914,
suck these
Archduke Franz
toes.
Ferdinand was visiting Sarajevo, the capital
Finna
of Bosnia
get a
Herzegovina.
cramp.
Bosnia was annexed by
soon.
Austria-Hungary
How you
6
spell
years
cramp?
earlier, and this angered Bosnian nationalists as they felt they
Look,
should be a part of
he
the
responded,
Balkans
he
as
said,
one
yo.
massive country. One such Bosnian who was upset was Gavrilo Princip, who was a part of a
Come
group called
suck on
Young
my
Bosnians,
toes.
a secret society of students who began to plot against the Archduke. When the fateful day in June rolled around, a group of young Bosnians threw a bomb at the Archduke's car as he drove by. However,
He said on my way. He said on my way. He said on my way. That's
the assassin who
crazy.
threw the bomb, Njelko Kabrinovic. The assassin who threw the bomb, Njelko Kabrinovic, then jumped over a bridge and took a capsule
The door
of
unlocked,
cyanide.
gang.
But the cyanide was expired, causing him to just get a
Fuck,
stomach
bro.
ache.
My toes, bro. I'm getting a cramp soon. I'm about to get sturdy.
At a local shop. Back with the Archduke, instead of fleeing Sarajevo, he wanted to visit the injured
I'm about to
soldiers in
get
the
sturdier
hospital.
than a
However,
motherfucker.
the Archduke's motorcade turned down the wrong street.
He said definitely on my way. Yeah, he's sucking these toes tonight.
To get a sandwich at. As he left the shop,
Hey,
he saw the Archduke's
I said I never suck on no toes, but I never said I let some niggas suck my toes.
killing both the Archduke and his wife.
Now hear me
This
out.
was the major catalyst for World War I, as Austria-Hungary blamed Serbia for the Archduke's death, and they declared war on
Jeez,
them
damn,
later,
he got 3.
beginning World War I.
Man stole 3 beers.
The Battle of the Somme was the bloodiest battle of World War I, and is in the top 5 bloodiest battles throughout all
That's
of
a
human
big
history.
ass shit.
This was a fight on the Western Front that saw British and French forces
That is
fighting
one
against
big
Germany
ass
amongst-
shit.
Is that a word amongst the Somme River in northern France?
It's okay if I call you back, my
Fighting
homie calling
began
me.
on July 1st, 1916, and right off the bat, the battle gained a reputation for bloodshed, as the
Bueno.
first day of the fighting saw over 57,000
Okay.
British casualties, the bloodiest day in British war
Yes.
history. For the next 4 months, a war of attrition was fought.
They were
with little
fucking good. I
advances
fucked them
and
bitches
massive
up,
amounts of
look.
casualties affecting both sides of the effort. In
I was
November
sucking on them bitches
1916,
like feel
the
some
Allied
dick.
powers made a final push against Germany, but
I'm ready
once
for
again,
the vid or
saw
the
little
ribs tomorrow.
effectiveness. With the onset of
Oh, the
winter
vid
weather,
tomorrow?
Field
Which is,
Marshal
are we
Douglas
gonna
Haig,
do the story
who was
time or are we gonna
overseeing
go
the
into the
British
house?
effort, called the advance off, bringing the Battle of the Somme to a close. The Battle of the Somme is called an Allied victory, as they significantly hurt the German positions in France.
Y'all finna play the
but it
Ouija
was
board inside
very
of an
costly.
abandoned house?
All in all, the Battle of Somme saw over
There's
1
gonna be a
million
fire ass
casualties spread
video.
out
I'm gonna
across
try to
British,
live stream it.
French, and German forces, giving it the title of the bloodiest battle of World War I.
Oh, they are. Slept. Suck on Anthony's dick.
Many
We
genocides
say I
were the
won't.
attempted obliteration of the Armenian Christian people that were living in the Ottoman Empire.
Bro, you
It
gotta
lasted
show
for a
me
little
those
over a
fleas.
year and saw as many as 1.2 million Armenians be killed by the Ottomans.
Why'd she get mad?
Now, I don't want to get into every horrible detail that happened here, but I do want to
What'd you
focus on
say?
the cover of the topic. Ever since it happened, the Ottoman Empire, which later became Turkey, has denied involvement in the Armenian genocide. Turkish leaders have bribed historical authorities to cover up the truth behind what really happened. Over several decades, they have paid tens of millions of dollars to U.S. politicians in an attempt to get them to not recognize
Should've
the
told her that
genocide,
you'd breathe in,
but this
like,
has failed, as the U.S.
that
House
you'd
of
blow in
Representatives
so she could
recognized
smell
in
it.
1975, 1984, and in 2019. Moreover, 2 presidents have acknowledged
And then I
it,
grabbed your
with
dog's
Reagan in
water.
1981 and Biden with 2 times in 2021 and in 2022.
Bro, I don't know. It was just instinct. I'm like, oh wait, there's water right there. I started fucking breaking that shit.
When World War I broke out, Germany wanted to quickly take out France.
I want you to pull down your pants and shove your ass in his face and start like shaking. Say you won't, and you gotta record. You gotta show me right now.
Schlieffen thought France was way too weak to prevent a German
You know what's
invasion,
funny?
and he assumed
That's the
Russia would
type
take
of shit
at
my
least a month
cousin
to
used to
mobilize
do.
their troops. He also thought Germany could
No, not to
quickly
me.
get
To like,
France
if we had a
neutral
3-person
country of
sleepover,
Belgium. But Belgium had an ally in Great
and the
Britain,
first nigga
who
to
didn't
go to
like having
sleep,
their
bro,
French
my cousin
trampled
would
over
pull
by
down his
another
pants and
country.
moon the
So
fuck
the
out of it. We
very
call
same
it
day
mooning.
Germany invaded Belgium, Britain declared war on Germany, bringing them into
Where it's
the midst
like
of the
that
Great
nigga would put
War.
down his pants and
Further
fart
out
on his
Germany's
fucking
mounting
face, or
problems,
like
the
just,
Schlieffen
or like
plan was
sit
a
on his
failure in
fucking
other
face, bro,
regards.
with his
As
ass,
Russia
bro. It's
attacked
kind of
East
gay,
Germany
bro, but we're
10
like,
days after they invaded
we're
France,
little kids,
a whole
bro.
lot quicker than the 6 months that was originally estimated, causing the war on two
Now
fronts to
thinking about it,
begin.
bro, that is kind of fucking gay. Alright, bet. Yeah, I fucked them hoes up, bro. Bro, this shit was good as hell. I was like, type shit, you know what I'm eating? Alright, I'm gonna let you go, Mimi.
Russia was already facing several
Next week we gonna make
In the
that
early
bomb,
1900s,
man.
Russia was one of Europe's poorest nations.
We'll make that
Crimean War caused mass amounts
that
of food
story time.
shortages. We then get to the
I got
Russia-Japanese
gameplay on my
War of
PS5.
1904, in which Russia lost, further weakening both the
Shit, it don't
nation
matter, bro. I
and
just
the
play any
dominion
game
of
on
Tsar
fucking.
Nicholas II.
You know we
This
gotta
caused
play. You
many
know we gotta live
Russians to
stream.
look at the rest of Europe, seeing how their social,
Rust.
technological, and scientific advancements were causing
Oh
the nations to
God.
prosper, while the rule of the Tsars was hampering Russia's
We can do that tomorrow night.
This caused
We can do it.
large
We
amounts
can do
of
it tomorrow
protests
night.
to break out across the nation in 1905. These protests were beaten
Good
back
night,
by
girl.
the Tsar's troops,
I'll see you
causing
tomorrow.
hundreds of deaths
Have you
in
seen
the
that shit?
Bloody Sunday.
Have you
We're
seen
now gonna
this
fast
shit?
forward to World War I, in which Russia is now on the
I'm
verge
sorry
of
we couldn't
collapse.
Skype tonight.
Fuel reserves were at an
That's
all-time
alright.
low, while
Good night,
inflation was
girl.
at an all-time
I'll
high.
see you
To
tomorrow.
add on to this, Russia was usually on the front
Shit
lines,
funny as hell.
allowing
He
Rasputin
fucking
to
hung
take
up on me. I
more
didn't
power,
even
like I
realize.
mentioned earlier. All of this
Calling
led to
my
the boiling
shawty,
point
you
known
know.
as the February
You know my
Revolution,
baby
in which
girl.
demonstrators began fighting with the police. On March 11th,
Bueno.
1917, a squadron of Russian troops broke up the protest. Now, there was a big accomplishment with the February Revolution, as Tsar Nicholas abdicated
I'm
the
back.
throne, and a
Man, I wanted to
provisional
make sure I
government was
fucked
set
up the
up.
ribs.
Later in the year, in
I
October,
gotta catch
the
up.
real Russian Revolution began.
What
being
you
led
mean,
by
no, that's
Vladimir
nasty?
Lenin assembled the Bolsheviks.
What the
a
fuck is
political
that
party
word? I don't
which was
speak
the-
slang.
They took power from the little government
You
of
know
Russia.
where are they
1
clean?
month later,
What the
Lenin began
fuck?
peace talks with
Cause it
Germany, which
depends,
culminated
cramp.
in
How
March
do you?
of 1918,
Because,
bringing
bro,
Russia out of the
they
fold
just
of
be
World War
cramping, bro. I be
This
gaming so
allowed
hard, my
Germany to
toes be
focus
like,
all of their efforts on the Western
and they
Front.
cramp.
But in the meantime,
Ain't no way
they
I just
had a
showed
new
you on
piece to
stream,
tackle
bro. I'm
within the
sorry for
United
showing you my
States, but that's
toes.
for later. We're now done with Tier 1.
Like, fees understandable. Bro, it's right here, bro. Like, I get, it's right here where I get the cramps, or down here. Like, chill on me, cuz, chill on me.
While there are some stories left out of this iceberg,
What do you
thought
think
needed
I'll
to
be
in
doing?
it, there wasn't really enough to justify an extra tier.
What do you think
So
I'll be
instead,
doing?
I'll include them at the end of each tier.
You think I'll be
There's 8
sucking my
stories in
my
total,
own
and the
toes or
first one
something?
is that of Henry Gunther. Henry Gunther was drafted into the war in September of 1917 as a part of America's 300th
I probably could.
Infantry Regiment. As a supply sergeant, he was responsible for his unit's
Nah, I
clothing.
probably could
He
suck on my
also
own
decided
toes.
to
Hold
fly in
up.
the morning, but wouldn't go into effect for another
Yeah, I
6
could. I
hours
could suck
at
my own
11 in
toes
the
if I really
morning.
wanted to.
At 10:59, Henry Gunther and one of his friends spotted a
It's a
German
piece of rib.
roadblock. Gunther rose and did a bayonet charge against the orders of his friends. The Germans,
Bro, this shit
knowing
boring
the
as
Russians were
hell,
gonna
bro.
affect in 1 minute, tried to stop him, but Henry kept coming.
Alright, let's go
So
look
with a
at some,
short burst
like,
of automatic
some YouTube shorts. Fuck it.
The officer says, "I clocked you at 90 miles per hour, sir." The man replied,
Shut the fuck up.
I took my totally stock truck to the mod shop, and these dudes.
Shut up.
I have the kinkiest duck ever. If ducks had a 50 Shades of Grey, my boy Conway would be starring.
If you shoot a gun straight up into the air, gravity and air resistance will slow it down
Fuck
until
air
it stops
resistance.
briefly at.
What did we just get sprayed with? Spray paint? They really sprayed us with spray paint. I don't know what's going on. I think he's calling the cops. I really would like to know what she sprayed me with, though. I was just wondering, like, what you sprayed me with. White spray paint? Was that what it was?
I don't know. Talk to me.
I have it all on camera, man.
I don't care.
Cops are coming, I think so. I might show them the video. Oh, and here's the officer right there.
What's
Good.
going on tonight? People are saying you're spray painting people.
No, not us. That was that man right there. I was testing these out like this and put it all in my face.
Why would she do that?
Because she saw.
Why were you awake at 4 a.m.?
When you have a sick bird, you got to do something about it. This bird does have disease.
What were you doing? Nothing.
Today we're fixing the huge dent in
Oh
the
my
tailgate
God,
of
bro.
my 1970 Ranchero.
I forgot this boy
huge
even
rip.
existed. Alright, anyway, what y'all think? What y'all think? The killer clown who tortured Cocky. We already fucking heard about that. Kick. Should I switch over to kick? No, just playing. I'm fucking broke. Murdered on live TV. I be watching this shit all the time. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Why do I even hide it? Pops up on my feed so much. Queso is funny as hell. I fucking love queso. Damn, I'm fucking cold. And it sounds like you tired. Mistake Ken. Nothing. I'm just trying to find something to watch. No cap. I'm probably going to end stream because I already finished the fucking ribs. It screws me. Excuse me. Sorry. Really? I only be getting one. There's literally nothing, bruh. 5 hours long? Who the fuck is gonna watch? And it got 1 million views? That's fucking crazy. My shit's only 10 minutes long and I could barely even get 100. They're trying to hear the darkest acid trip on True, and there's only one motherfucker watching. Appreciate it for watching. But I'm most likely going to stream. Cause I'm trying to watch these shits by myself. Huh? What do you mean? What you mean? I'm still live. Oh yeah. Yeah. I'll get you. We watching this and then after this I'm gonna go to sleep. I'm gonna go to sleep.
On November 22nd of 2021,
I love watching this
two
dude.
policemen were called to search a house after the property owner suspected that someone had broken in. Now the house itself is an Airbnb that the owner
Yeah,
occasionally
if you
rents
watch
out,
stream, you would have
but
saw
the
my
owner was
quotation
sure
marks.
that no guests/renters were staying that night.
Damn, bro, I
She
just
had dropped
scratched my
by to the
ass on
house
stream.
when she saw the front door open. Upon seeing this, she called police to search the house for any intruders. The police arrive and begin to search. But while searching the property, something very strange happens.
Got
The
the
events that
Goku
occurred
fit?
during the search have left both officers extremely unsettled. All events were captured on a body cam worn by policemen. This is what was caught.
So cold.
But they're out of town right now. They're with his parents.
And how many rooms do you have?
2 upstairs and
I'm literally
one
gonna go to
downstairs.
sleep, wake up,
Alright,
and
we're gonna have to
obliterate
go
the
and
fuck out
search
of
the
my
house. Is that
bathroom.
what you're doing?
Yeah, of course.
You don't have any like pets or dogs or anything?
No.
What you mean, whoa?
Just
You
stay
don't
here,
be you don't be blowing up the fuck out of your bathroom? You don't? That's how you know your food ain't good.
Police! If anyone's here, make yourself known.
Anytime I be cooking up some good ass food, I gotta shit right after, cause it was that good. Okay, my question is, how the fuck did that happen?
Police!
It's cause look, this one is straight. If you're looking at the stream, this one's straight, right? And then if you look at this one, it looks like it wants to like dent in. So how the fuck did that happen? See, look, looks like it folds inside. Oh, cause it probably does. I'm just being a fucking dumbass. No, I don't. I'm not even watching the fucking video.
Anyone inside?
Huh? You say you're lonely?
I said you don't own me.
Oh my god, not chewing that fucking strong again. I thought you were sneak dissing me. I said I thought you were sneak dissing me.
Police!
Not
Anyone inside,
happening.
make
Are you
yourself
still here?
known.
My homie not happening. My brethren. My brother from another mother. My homie. My N-word. Why? You hear that not happening? You hear that? She just gave up my rights. Oh hell no. I would've got the fuck out of there. Fuck them motherfuckers in the crib. I would've left. No, keep going. Just trying to get the daily live stream in. Damn. There's a problem. What the fuck? Did I gotta upload a video on Tuesday? Yeah, I don't got no videos edited, so I gotta edit tomorrow. You can just see the plate sitting here with the ribs. That's funny as fuck.
Clear? Yeah. Yeah, we're good.
Now, something that's odd about this video is that all the closets appear to be empty. Although somewhat strange, the video's description states that the homeowner occasionally rents out the house through Airbnb.
Cute.
So, as to prevent guests/renters from
Oh,
stealing
yeah?
personal items such as clothes,
Look at
leaving
my
the closets
strap.
empty is necessary. Now, another thing that viewers point out is that the cops don't bother turning on the lights. This is actually normal though, as taking the time to find the light can spell life or death for the officer. All
What
officers
happened?
must be ready to confront any danger during a search, meaning that all their attention is solely given to the threat at hand. However, the doors opening by themselves when the officer searches upstairs,
You the
and
type of
sudden
dude to suck on a
footsteps heard
PS4
right behind
controller,
him
like.
are things that viewers can't seem to explain. Whatever it might have been, the homeowner can rest assured that
Damn, you
nobody's
know what I
inside.
really want to do?
But depending if she's a
Go
believer in
ice
the
fishing,
paranormal,
since it's
believing
cold
in
as
the
fuck
ghost,
outside.
or something else entirely, may be equally disturbing. This video, like most others, remains a mystery.
Elevate your Fortnite gameplay with our cutting-edge profile and match tracking, providing you with a detailed analysis of every
Man,
match.
fuck this ad. Where should
This
I
next
put
video
this
comes from
sticker?
Sean McAuliffe, who claims to have captured something pretty freaky on camera. Sean says that he's been living in his house for 23 years now, and ever since moving in at the age of 14, he's been seeing things that he can't explain. Initially thinking that it was just in his head, he didn't worry too much about it, but it wasn't until seeing more and more of these strange happenings that he started to think that maybe the stuff he's seen is actually real. While each of these incidents had to be spooky, this one has got to be the freakiest. It's late at night, and Sean is away from home, when suddenly, the camera in his bedroom begins to move around
Why do you
as
say
it
that?
seems to be sensing movement from somewhere. A few seconds pass, and this is captured.
Look, I had a knife the whole time and I never fucking used it. I said I had a knife to cut the ribs the whole time and I never fucking used it. I just used my bare hands and my mouth. What the fuck is that? Oh hell no! Oh hell no! I've been in the live stream, bro. I know I just fucking said that. Damn, it's about to be 4 in the morning. I wonder who the other person is watching me, bro. Is it you? Damn, I see how it is. I was like
On the stream you'd be saying something else, and then over here you'd be saying something else.
That's crazy. But what the fuck is that? Are those candles?
As the camera points straight ahead, a dark figure can be seen peeking at the camera before slowly showing more of itself. But right before it's able to show some more, the camera points away. When it points back, the figure is no longer seen.
Yo,
It's
I'm
as
not
though
gonna
the
lie,
shadowy
my
figure was
TV just
intrigued by the
flashed.
camera, but was scared away
I think
when
that
it
was the
suddenly
time for
moved
me
on
to end the
its
stream
own.
and go to sleep because no cap, that shit scared the fuck out of me. Who is this? Was good? 2X. Was good? Appreciate it for joining the live gang. I finished fucking up the ribs like 15 minutes ago, so yeah. I don't know. But I was gonna end the live, so I'll catch y'all later. Appreciate it for tuning in, watching me fuck up the ribs. And yeah.